Good evening. How's everyone doing? Another race weekend schedule. And we are back live on Periscope. So, welcome to all the Periscope viewers. Decided to put this one back live. Sometimes, some weeks will be live, some won't be live. I haven't determined yet a schedule there yet. But, welcome. So, this is the race weekend schedule for Saturday, September 28th and Sunday, September 29th. If anyone has any questions, wants to jump in, share comments, thoughts, side chat, get me diverted as much as possible away from the topic at hand, feel free. Even better, if you want to say hi, please say hi from whatever part of the world you're watching from, and I will say hi back. All right, so let's get started. We're going to start off with Saturday, September 28th. And a second, I am going to pull up the schedule here, and I am unprepared. Okay, so we are going to start off with... There it is. Blancpain. And this is Blancpain GT Asia Round 6. The Shanghai race, race 2, because race 1 is actually today, Friday. Race 2 is tomorrow, Saturday. And that's a one hour race from the Shanghai International Circuit. Very cool. Always love some Blancpain, love some good road racing. Very exciting. Awesome. So let's get into what is up next, which is, boom, we have the Formula 2 Round 11 race at Sochi, which is the Sochi International Street Circuit, Olympic Park at Sochi, Russia. Obviously, this is going on because it's a support series for the big F1 race. We'll get to that in a little bit. So we have Formula 2, and of course, that is being followed up by, boom, we have Formula 3. So Formula 3 Round 8 at Sochi. Place to be in Russia. That's awesome. So I love seeing all the support series for the F1 races, and I love knowing that people from around the world get to experience very, very cool racing. For like an entire race weekend. It's like a traveling circus almost. It's incredible how much racing will visit one track on one weekend to support like a main Formula One. So awesome stuff. We're going to move forward and we're going to get into NASCAR Xfinity Round 28 Playoff Drive for the Cure 300 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Awesome. As we know, playoffs are here. Each race much more critical, so looking forward to watching some of that. Moving forward, we get into World Superbike Round 11 at Magny-Cours, race 1 at Magny-Cours, France, of course. Trying to catch this online wherever I can. It's very tricky trying to catch some of these races, especially World Superbike. So if anyone knows of a solid source, feel free to share. And then we're going to wrap up Saturday with the third practice session for the F1 GP of Sochi and in Russia. And then a couple hours after that, we have the qualifying session for the F1 race. So good stuff. I think that's a pretty well-rounded Saturday. If it wasn't for the NASCAR Xfinity, it'd be all road racing that day. But after we get through the Sunday schedule, of course, we'll go through the streaming services and see what's available there. And what's going on for Saturday and Sunday from multiple streaming services. So moving forward, we get into Sunday, September 29th. And we're back to Blancpain GT Endurance, Round 5 at Barcelona. 3-hour race at the Circuit of Catalonia. Awesome. Great track. Great series. Win, win, win for everybody there. Awesome stuff. This is going to be followed by British Touring Car, round 25, 26, and 27 at Silverstone. Jeez, how much more British can you get? A beat British touring car at Silverstone. That is the probably the highlight of many race fans' weekend. That is very, very cool. 3 rounds at Silverstone. Awesome. Hopefully, I can catch some of that. I'm sure some of that will be covered by one of the streaming services. Once again, we'll get to that in a few minutes. We're going to continue on to Formula 2 Round 11 Sprint at Sochi. So, doesn't say how long. That's not a time one. That's just a sprint. So, once again, that's a Sochi International Street Circuit, Olympic Park, Sochi, Russia. And then, of course, F2 followed by F3. Round 8 sprint at Sochi. So we'll see if anyone can tell me accurately how many times I say the word Sochi in this broadcast. You get a cookie. Chocolate chip. We're going to follow this up with, boom, MXGP. Very cool. The Monster Energy FIM of Assen at the circuit Assen. So very, very nice. I think if there's any race genre that I've maybe been drawn to a little bit more this season than last, and it's starting to grow on me, it's MXGP. Totally love it. Love every minute of it. I love the little blips you get on the official MXGP YouTube channel. Good source of information. Unfortunately, the clips that they provide aren't too long, but I'll take what I can get. If anyone knows any streaming sources for this for full races, that'd be great. Sometimes I've seen in the past full races released on YouTube. I believe on the MXGP official channel, but it's way after the fact. There might be other channels that give some good coverage. I haven't locked onto them yet. We're going to move forward into Monster NASCAR Cup. Excuse me, Monster NASCAR Cup, round 29. Once again, playoff. The Bank of America Roval 400 at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And if anyone can properly define what a Roval is in the comments, you will also get a cookie. Nobody. Okay, no cookies going out. So, feel free to type that in at any point during this broadcast. And we're going to move forward from Monster NASCAR to something that makes it a complete race weekend, which is NHRA Round 20, the AAA Insurance Midwest Nationals at the Gateway Motorsports Park, Raceway Boulevard, Madison, Illinois. Nice. Totally love it. I'm not going to say it again. I know some of you want to reach out through the screen and kind of choke me, but I love it. I love every minute of NHRA. We're going to move forward. Super Formula, Round 6, Okayama, at the Okayama International Circuit. Always good to see the racing genre like this, where you can catch the coverage. I'm hoping that one of the streaming services covers this. Not the typical racing series that you will find on broadcast television. So stay tuned. We'll go through it together and see if it's on, if it's getting covered this weekend on the streaming services. Moving forward, World Superbike, very nice. Round 11, Magny Course, races 2 and 3. Magny Course, France. Awesome. Look forward to catching this. And then, of course, to wrap up the crown jewel, Formula 1 Grand Prix of Sochi, Russia. And that is being represented here in a painting by my good friend Idris Ducret. If you look back on my in my YouTube channel on the interview series, you will find the interview with Idris Ducret. Very interesting guy, amazing artist. I love the colors in this piece. Very, very talented gentleman. So, very cool. Let's see. What is it that I will be watching? That might be the question, or maybe it won't be. But I think on the Saturday, once again, I'll go through it. Blank Paint is always covered in the streaming services. F2, F3 is tough to find. NASCAR Xfinity, because it's playoffs, I'll probably watch some of that. If I can find World Superbike, that would be amazing. And I would love to watch that. What else? And then qualifying. I'll probably watch the qualifying on Saturday. Get into Sunday. British touring car for sure. Love it. MXGP for sure. NHRA. Oh boy, I better record. Super Formula, World Superbike, and then of course, yeah, a lot of cool stuff. It's nice. It's a well-rounded racing weekend, so very much looking forward to it, and tapping into all the streaming services and DVR everything that I possibly can. So, what I also want to go through, let's hit up the streaming services while we can here. We're going to go back to, let's see what's going on in Motor Trend. Okay, so here we go. Live schedule. So for September 27th, we have, which is today, the Blank Paint GT World Challenge. They're covering some of that. Getting into tomorrow, we have the VLN Endurance Series round 7, followed by the Blank Paint, more Blank Paint on the Saturday the 28th. And that's it for the coverage on Saturday. And then moving into Sunday the 29th, continuation of Blank Paint and some of the Sports Club, GT Sports Club, Blank Paint, Blank Paint, and then some of the Blank Paint GT Series endurance racing, and then oh, cool! They're gonna have on Sunday some in-car coverage. That's great. I love when they do that. So there's going to be a good chunk of in-car Blank Paint GT Series coverage. Very nice. That's not the biggest weekend. I think last weekend and the last 2 weekends on Motor Trend, we saw a ton of coverage. This is a lighter weekend. I'm a little bit surprised. If we move over to motorsport.tv, the other streaming service that we like to take a look at, if we scroll, let me get over here, and we scroll down. Okay, so on Saturday the 28th, we have VLN Live Racing, round 59 of the ADAC, and I am not even going to give it the Reinaldus Landstreckrennen. Yeah. And we're going to move forward on Saturday to the Porsche GT3 Cup Canada, Mount Tremblant, Race 1. Shift into Sunday to the 29th, Super Formula Live Racing Round 6. Oh, nice. There it is. The Super Formula Live Racing Round 6, Okayama. Very cool. So that's going to be on motorsport.tv. I'm glad they pulled through with that. Sunday, FIM CEV Repsol Round 6 at Jerez. And then wrapping up more racing of the Porsche GT3 Cup Canada, Mount Tremblant, race number 2. Awesome. So that's going to wrap up some of the live streaming for the weekend. And let me see what else. One thing I definitely wanted to cover was we're going to get into. I know every week I talk about the MotoGP a little bit, so I'd like to take a look at that. And we found that Video Pass, MotoGP.com. If you go there, you want to subscribe to the season or partial seasons or even per race. You can do it through their Android app or Android or iOS app, and or you can go straight to the website, MotoGP.com. And then this Video Pass streaming live and on-demand service will it breaks down the tiered pricing, so you can catch either for the prorated amount of the season or per race. So, I couldn't remember if I did. And I looked it up, and I did subscribe to this years back, and didn't really utilize it as much as I thought. I think I'm going to revisit this again in for next season. So I think I'd really like to have that on tap. It's not very expensive. I think it's about $49 for the entire season. That's really good. I mean, for some of us who have these big football season or basketball or hockey season packages, we're paying 3 times that. So I think $49 for an entire MotoGP season is very reasonable, and it includes access to the replays, and it stores all the races, so it's on demand and so on. So very nice. I think that's a wrap. I think that's great. We have a good, well-rounded weekend. Very exciting. We got F1 racing, World Superbike, Blank Pain, NHRA, NASCAR, Formula 2, Formula 3, British Touring Car, MXGP. Cool stuff. Very excited. So, anyone ever wants to reach out, feel free. You can always reach me on the Flying 1AT Twitter stream, and that can be found, boom, right there. Feel free, say hi, drop a note, message me. I'm more than happy to message back. But the interview series is going to continue. I am recording some content that's going to be being put together this week, and a very, very cool interview coming this week, and others in the pipeline. So stay tuned to the Flying 1AT YouTube channel for those. Thank you very much. I hope everyone has a safe race weekend. Hope you enjoy it, and I will see everybody real soon. Thank you very much. Have a good night.